Are you a UK senior thinking of giving cash to your children or grandchildren? Stop right there. One small mistake could cost you thousands in unexpected taxes from HMRC, and most seniors don't even realize it until it's too late. In this video, I'm going to reveal the exact rules, exemptions, and tricks that can save your money and protect your family. Stick with me till the end, because if you miss just one of these tips, you could be handing HMRC a big chunk of your hard-earned savings. Hey, if you're a UK senior and want tips that are just for you, from saving money to avoiding HMRC mistakes, make sure to subscribe right now. I upload videos on topics like this all the time, so this channel is basically made for you. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, and I'll make sure you never miss an update on gifts, taxes, pensions, and everything you need to protect your money. If you are a senior in the UK and thinking about giving money to your children, grandchildren, or anyone else, it is really important that you stop for a moment before doing anything, because there are rules set by HM Revenue and Customs that you absolutely need to know. And if you ignore them, you could face unexpected taxes or complications that might cost a lot more than you realize. Many people assume that giving money away is simple and that you can just hand over cash whenever you like. But the truth is that HM Revenue and Customs has very clear rules about gifts, inheritance tax, and exemptions. And if you do not follow them carefully, it can create problems for you and your family. One of the most important rules to understand is the annual gift exemption. Every adult in the UK can give away up to £3,000 each tax year completely tax-free, and this is called your annual exemption. This means that if you give £3,000 to one person this year, it does not count towards inheritance tax. And you can also carry over any unused allowance from the previous year, but only for 1 year. So if you did not use last year's £3,000 allowance, you can add it to this year, making a total of £6,000. It is crucial to remember that this exemption applies per person. So you could give £3,000 to your son, £3,000 to your daughter, and £3,000 to a friend, all within the same tax year, and none of these gifts would normally be taxed. Another important rule is the small gifts exemption. HMRC allows you to give small gifts up to £250 per person per year without affecting any of your other allowances. But you need to make sure that you do not give someone more than £250 in a single tax year if you want to use this exemption. For example, if you want to give £500 to a grandchild, only £250 would fall under this exemption, and the remaining £250 would count against your £3,000 annual exemption. So it is important to plan carefully. There is also something called gifts out of normal income, which is a very useful rule for seniors. This means that if you regularly give money to your family or friends from your normal income, and it does not affect your standard of living, these gifts are usually exempt from tax. For instance, if you receive a pension or rental income and decide to give a few £100s every month to your children, and you can still maintain your lifestyle comfortably, these gifts are generally tax-free. However, it is very important to keep clear records of these gifts so you can prove that they come from your normal income and do not put your financial stability at risk. One of the most critical rules that everyone needs to understand is the 7-year rule. This is often called the potentially exempt transfer rule. If you give more than your annual exemption to someone and you pass away within 7 years of making that gift, HMRC may charge inheritance tax on it. The amount of tax depends on how many years have passed since you made the gift. For example, if you give £50,000 to your child and die within 3 years, HMRC could apply tax to the full amount or a large part of it. If 7 years pass, however, the gift becomes fully exempt and no tax is charged. This is why it is so important to think carefully about the timing and size of any large gifts. Keeping records is another essential step that many seniors overlook. Every gift should be documented with the date, amount, recipient, and purpose. Even if a gift seems small or obvious, having a clear written record protects you and your family in case HM Revenue and Customs ever questions it. Simple mistakes, like giving large sums of cash without a record or forgetting to include smaller gifts in your planning, can lead to unnecessary complications or even disputes after you pass away. Many seniors also make the mistake of thinking that giving money in cash is always straightforward. But the reality is that cash gifts over certain amounts can trigger questions from HM revenue and customs, especially if they are unusually large or out of the ordinary compared to your normal income. To avoid these problems, it is a good idea to plan your gifts carefully, use exemptions wisely, and consider spreading larger gifts over several years. Consulting a tax expert or financial advisor before making substantial gifts is highly recommended because they can help you structure your gifts in the most tax-efficient way and ensure that you do not accidentally trigger inheritance tax. Another common mistake is not understanding the difference between giving money as a gift and leaving money in your will. Gifts given during your lifetime can reduce your estate for inheritance tax purposes, but only if the rules are followed correctly, and this can affect your family if not done properly. It is also worth mentioning that some seniors assume that small, frequent gifts are automatically exempt. But even regular gifts can be considered part of your estate if they do not meet the criteria for being out of your normal income. Planning is everything, and thinking ahead can save your family a lot of stress and money later on. A practical tip is to make a list of all the people you want to give money to and calculate the total amount you plan to give to each person per year. Compare this with your annual exemptions, small gifts exemptions, and any gifts from normal income to make sure you are not exceeding the limits. This way, you can make the most of HMRC's rules without triggering any unexpected tax. Another thing to remember is that you do not need to give all your gifts at once. Spreading gifts over time is often smarter and safer because it reduces the risk of hitting the 7-year rule or exceeding your annual exemption. Even gifts to charity can be exempt, and this can be a way to reduce your taxable estate while supporting causes that matter to you. It is also a good idea to discuss your gift plans with your family so that everyone understands what is happening and there are no surprises later on. This can prevent disputes and ensure that your gifts are used as you intended. Many seniors feel worried about making mistakes or being penalized by HM revenue and customs, but by learning the rules, keeping careful records, and planning your gifts, you can give money safely, support your family, and make the most of your hard-earned savings without unnecessary tax. In conclusion, gifting money as a senior in the UK can be a very positive thing if done correctly, but it requires awareness, planning, and attention to HMRC's rules. Make use of the annual £3,000 exemption. Remember the £250 small gift exemption. Consider gifts out of normal income. Keep detailed records. Understand the 7-year rule. Plan your timing carefully. Consult a tax expert. And communicate with your family. By following these steps, you can gift with confidence, avoid unexpected taxes, and ensure your money benefits your loved ones in the best way possible. Always remember that preparation and knowledge are key, and taking a little time to understand these rules can save a lot of stress and money in the long run. So before you hand over any cash, make sure you are fully aware of HMRC's rules, plan carefully, keep records, and if needed, seek expert advice to make your gifts safe, legal, and stress-free for you and your family. Are you a UK senior thinking of giving cash to your children or grandchildren? Stop right there. One small mistake could cost you thousands in unexpected taxes from HMRC, and most seniors don't even realize it until it's too late. In this video, I'm going to reveal the exact rules, exemptions, and tricks that can save your money and protect your family. Stick with me till the end, because if you miss just one of these tips, you could be handing HMRC a big chunk of your hard-earned savings. Hey, if you're a UK senior and want tips that are just for you, from saving money to avoiding HMRC mistakes, make sure to subscribe right now. I upload videos on topics like this all the time, so this channel is basically made for you. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, and I'll make sure you never miss an update on gifts, taxes, pensions, and everything you need to protect your money.